All righty. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this class today. So during today's class, let me just start off by telling you guys that you will not hear me say certain words, okay? Certain words like cure, heal, treatment. Um, you won't even hear me say migraine. You won't hear me say the word headache um, for multiple reasons, but mainly because I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I can't treat nobody. I can't use certain words, and I'm not a healer. But what I can do is I can talk about my experience and what has helped me during times when I have head tension. Okay. Um, you will hear me today talk about a Pacific brand of essential oils from Young Living, and you'll hear me talk about different Young Living products that I use that has helped support my body during moments of head tension. Okay. When we focus on supporting our bodies, we are able to focus more on the root and the cause of our issues. And we're able to focus on holistic healing instead of symptoms and putting a bandage on something. Now, we can also say goodbye to those side effects because we all know when we use those over the counter medicines and those prescriptions, they also come along with side effects. So for me, it's been a long time since I've used over the counter medication, not just because I hate taking pills. And sometimes it's difficult for me to even swallow pills, but it's because I hate reading all of the reactions and the side effects and the warnings that come with it. And I'm sure you guys are too. It also helps us to remember that we're not all the same. You know, there's no one size fit all when it comes to our health. So why would we all take the same thing to heal different problems, right? We all we are all the product of different habits. We all have different experiences, different backgrounds. And in the same way, our healthcare should be tailored to our daily needs. So, with that being said, let's talk about how we can support our bodies through those moments when we have, say, for example, head tension and it affects us. Now, first of all, head tension can be triggered by many different conditions, but the typical result of head tension is when the nerves in the head muscles and blood vessels of the head signals the brain and tells it that it's in pain. And those triggers are usually caused, listen up, ladies, these are usually caused when our hormones are imbalanced. Okay. Not only that, but also it's when we have circulatory problems, when we have stress in our lives, and so many more problems than that. But those are just a few examples of what could cause head tension. Thankfully, I was introduced to a better and a safer way to take control of my health. And when I first got started and learned and started to do research on a healthier and safer way of my health, I started off with what's called a premium starter kit with Young Living. And within that kit, I've used so many different oils. My enroller actually gave me a card of different roller blends that you could create to use and help support in all different types of elements that you might be going through. Okay, so let's talk about hormonal head tension real quick. Hormonal head tension was one of my biggest issues when I first signed up. This is because my hormones were imbalanced And that normally happens through times of menstruation. It also can happen when you're pregnant and when you're going through menopause. You can trigger head tension. So during your menstrual cycle, the level of estrogen and progesterone, it falls to their lowest level at that time. And that is what could trigger head tension. During times when you're pregnant, your estrogen levels rise, and most women tend to gain relief from head tension during the first trimester. Now, during fluctuating hormone levels in pre-menopause, these are the years leading to menopause, it can cause women to have more head tension. Approximately 2/3 of women who experience, I'm going to say the word migraine, say that their symptoms improve as they reach menopause. And this was taken from a womanhealth.gov, and it was written up in 2012 if y'all wanted to look that up. Now, also, genetics can play a major role in when we are experiencing head tension. The earlier you begin to treat an onset of a head tension, the greater your chances are to be able to have relief. So let's talk about some simple methods that we can do to help us during those moments. Number one, drink plenty of water. This was my issue. I don't know why, but I had such a huge issue in drinking water. But when I started to dehydrate myself a lot more, I noticed a sign of relief. So try keeping a bottle of water right by your bed and drink water the moment you wake up. Drink water throughout the day and drink water right before you go to bed. This hydration will truly, truly help. Number two, lie down. If you feel it coming on, take a break. Don't keep going. Lie down in a dark room, a quiet room, shut the door, and just relax your body for a second. Because if you don't do that, that start will become bigger, okay? And we don't want it to increase to something worse. Also, massaging the area when you feel pain can really help. You might see a lot of people doing this, just massaging their temples, massaging the area that you can feel the tension coming on. So if you start doing that, that can definitely help as well. Even performing deep breathing or other relaxing exercises can really help. I have recently downloaded an app called the Breathe app, which is an amazing app. You can set it to an alarm on your phone, and it can go off in moments when throughout the day of however you set it to remind you to stop and just take moments to just breathe, especially if you deal with a lot of stress in your life. Okay. Another method that I have recently started doing, and guys, I encourage all of y'all to do your research and check it out, is EFT. Now, don't get it confused with AFT. AFT is also amazing, but EFT is emotional. It just left my mind. Oh man, I can't remember. It's a therapy technique. I can't remember the what it's called. It just slipped my mind. But it's also called tapping. So if you are familiar with acupuncture, where they put little needles all around certain parts of your body, which can it can really affect your brain. I had started doing tapping, different tapping methods during moments when my head tension is high. I would do the tapping. If you research it, I actually did one session, and let me tell you, it works. literally works. So I definitely would suggest trying that out in those moments when you actually are feeling those head tensions coming on. Now let's talk about essential oils. Essential oils is amazing in supporting us when we need it in those moments. Essential oils can help promote circulation, it can help reduce muscle spasms, and it can decrease inflammation. I would highly suggest you girls, if you are into essential oils, to purchase the Essential Oil Pocket Reference Guidebook. It has so many awesome blends, so many awesome, so much awesome information that could help you and come up with different blends on what could help you during those moments. Now, I'm going to talk about some oils here that really helped me during, oops, and I don't think I have my oil here. The first one that I wanted to talk about. I think my daughter took it, which tells you something. The first oil that I wanted to talk about was Dragon Thyme. I don't have the oil with me, but I do have the massage oil. Okay, it comes, Young Living sells this with this is a massage oil. They also come in a roller bottle as well, where you can actually diffuse it, which is amazing. Dragon Thyme Essential Oil is wonderful blend of oils that is relaxing. It is designed specifically for women to help ease menstrual cramps and premenstrual. It also combats head tension and mood swings that come along with hormonal imbalance. And it also brings relief to PMS. So if you are a female who is dealing with those type of issues, I would highly suggest to add this. It's Dragon Thyme massage oil. We use as a family, we use the Dragon Thyme massage oil. We use the Dragon Thyme bath soap, and we use the Dragon Thyme essential oil that we use in the diffuser, and we can also use that, just to smell it. All of that, using all of that together, really has helped us during our time of the month with head tension and with all other elements that come along with that. So here are some singles meaning oils that are specific, that's not a blend. These are some oils that are great for those moments of head tension. Clove is an amazing oil. It's an anti-inflammatory. It helps with it has antioxidants. It helps for numbing all types of feels. Think oil, the tooth oil cream, that stuff that we get from the corner store. Think that. I definitely would suggest clove, because a lot of times I do get head tension when my teeth are not feeling at its best. All I do is take a drop of clove, stick it right where that tooth is acting up, and it does help with my head tension, because sometimes I could get that. It's weird, but I can get that head tension right here near my jaws and behind my ears. So clove really helps with that. Copaiba is another oil that is great for support in that. It has strong anti-inflammatory properties. Another great oils is eucalyptus. They have two types. We have Eucalyptus globulus, which is awesome in helping soothe sore muscles. And then they also have Eucalyptus blue, which relieves sore muscle. It helps relieve sore muscles, and it helps calm. Another great oil is German chamomile. It's a very relaxing, soothing oil, which helps clear the mind. Another great single oil is Valerian. That's Valerian. They like to call, well, certain words I can't use that they like to call it, but it helps to, it helps our nervous system. It helps with anxiety. It helps calming. It helps with relaxing, and it's actually very good in helping to emotionally balance you. A lot of times that our head tension tend to get the best of us when we are not emotionally balanced and we're going through maybe a traumatic situation. This is a great oil to help bring us back together. Another great oil, which is very, very strong oil, and you can find this oil in a lot of oils like Panaway, is wintergreen. If you want to do more research, look up the oil wintergreen. Very strong oil. It has strong anti-inflammatory properties. It helps reduce blood pressure. It really helps with the smoothing of our muscles and hypertension. So that's a great oil to also have on hand. Now, some of Young Living blend oils that I would suggest to have on hand is Brain Power. Brain Power has it's a blend of frankincense, which I absolutely love, sandalwood, melissa, cedarwood, cypress blue, lavender, helichrysum. These are all very strong oils. And it's all in one blend. So Brain Power is a great oil. My kids like to use this during school time. I like to use it during my work time. It's a great oil. Another great oil is called Clarity. This oil is a blend of cardamom, rosemary, peppermint is an absolutely great oil, basil, bergamot, geranium, jasmine, lemon, rosewood, ylang-ylang. I mean, some other oils, which is very powerful. So you blending all these oils together, it can really, really help you be able to focus better. Another great blend oil is called Deep Relief. Now, this is my number one oil that has been the game changer for me and for my daughters. I'm actually running low because they use it every month. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This is what it looks like, Deep Relief. And it smells good. Deep Relief is a combination of peppermint, lemon, Idaho, fir, copaiba, clove, wintergreen, helichrysum. Vetiver is a great oil, and that's in here. Palo Santo, that's a good oil. And it has coconut oil in it. So it's already diluted a little. This oil, I'm telling you, ladies, all I do, rub it on my temples, along with some other ones that I'm going to talk about, and this really works. So Deep Relief is a great blend. Another one is M-Grain. I also use that. I like to diffuse M-Grain. I don't know where it is right now. I think I have it put away. But M-Grain is another oil. This one has a combination of lavender, peppermint, basil, Roman chamomile, helichrysum. You might hear me talk about helichrysum a lot. It's a very, very strong oil. And if you look into the book that I told you about, the Essential Oil Pocket Reference book, in that pocket reference book, it talks about a lot of different things and elements that I can't really talk about because I'm not a doctor. And it gives you different oils that you can use for those certain elements. Helichrysum is in a lot of those blends that they speak about. So helichrysum, it's not on this list, but I would highly suggest you to have helichrysum on hand on your list of oils to have in the home. Okay. Another one that you cannot not talk about is Stress Away. Because as we know, stress is one of the main reasons why that head tension may start. And in order to support a healthy body, you have to start before it gets bad, right? So diffusing and putting on stress away before the onset of a head tension is a great way to support your health through head tension. So now let's talk about some roller blends that I like to create during those moments of head tension. Doing roller blends was the first thing I did before going outside of the premium starter kit. I created roller blends, and I have a few head tension roller recipes that I can share with you. Now, for inside, if you only have the starter kit, here are some oils that you can use right out of the starter kit. Peppermint, Panaway, and lavender. If you take this is a 10 millimeter roller bottle. If you put 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of Panaway, and 10 drops of lavender, and then fill the rest up with carrier oil like coconut oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, whatever oil you like. Fill the rest up with that. Shake it up every time you're ready to use it, and just swipe right across or wherever you are feeling that tension. Okay, great. Another one is peppermint, frankincense, and lavender. So that will be 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of frankincense, and 10 drops of lavender, and then filling the rest up with a carrier oil. Another blend idea, and I like to use this one when my head tension is a little more on the heavier side than normal. This one includes 20 drops of peppermint, 20 drops of M-grain, and 10 drops of rosemary. And then you fill the rest up with a carrier oil. Within that same range, another blend, which is also another stronger blend, it includes 4 drops of wintergreen, 2 drops of lavender, 3 drops of German chamomile, 1 drop of clove, and 2 drops of copaiba. Add carrier oil to that. And then the last blend that you can try, and remember, I'm giving you these different options because like I said on the outset, we're not all the same. So my blend that works for me may not be the blend that works for you. So what better way than to have options of different blends to make and finding out the best one for you? If the deep relief is all that you need, then that's perfect. This is a blend that's already created from Young Living. But if that doesn't work for you, you have the option to create your own blend. And these are some ideas. So the last one is 4 drops of Eucalyptus globulus, 6 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of myrrh. And then fill the rest with carrier oil. So after all this, you can understand that I decided to go this route because even though I don't want to deal with the over-the-counter meds and the side effects, at the same time, I don't have time to be having head tension when I have so many other things to do, right? So that's why I went for this more natural route. And I would suggest you guys to try it out as well. Head tension relief can be natural. It can be safe. And I suggest that you try out a safer route before going back to a more, a different route, okay? So I'm gonna mention a few more that Young Living sells outside of Deep Relief. Is another oil called Tranquil. That is another oil that may be good to try. Let me see if that's all of the oils. I did talk about rosemary. Rosemary is a very fresh and has a very fresh and invigorating scent when you roll it on. It consists of, I can't even pronounce these words, so I'm not even going to try, but it really smells great when you massage it on your temples and your forehead. So rosemary is a great oil, even if you use it as a perfume. Now, if you are not familiar with Young Living, then your next question would be, how can I get these oils? Well, number one, I would say talk to whoever invited you or whoever sent you this video. Number two, if I was the one who sent you, then just message me and I will be able to give you all the details, about how you can get these products. And I believe that is it. So do we have any questions before I go, or I'll stop? No questions?
Yes, Jackie, I have a question for you.
Okay, let me stop recording. Hold on.
Okay.